Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jodie and it's a pleasure to have you here today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Pleasure to have you here. So today we are going to be having a conversation about some new fragrances that I recently discovered. So make sure you grab yourself a cup of tea. I've got mine just here. And make yourself comfortable and hopefully you enjoy this video. And if you do, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. So we are going to be talking about some perfumes that I bought from Verset Parfums. Yeah, I've never actually heard of this brand until I was in the pharmacy one day and I just had like a quick walk around whilst I was waiting, and then they were on the stand. Obviously you can't smell them due to COVID, you just have to kind of pick them and go. So that's what I did. I selected 4 fragrances and came home and smelt them and I was like, oh my god, these actually smell really good and really familiar. As soon as I opened the first one, I was like, this reminds me of something, and I was like, oh my god, it smells exactly like it. So yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about Verset Parfums. Hopefully I'm saying Verset correctly. I just know that I'm not, but it's spelled V-E-R-S-E-T. That's how I would pronounce it. But basically they are a brand that create perfumes exclusively for the pharmacy. So yeah, that's why I've never actually seen this brand before, because I don't just walk into pharmacies unless you actually need to go. So the perfumes that I've actually purchased are actually dupes of an original perfume. I would probably say the perfumes I bought from Verset Parfums are the most like spot on dupes I've ever purchased in my whole entire life. There's like one of them that I'm a little bit like about, but the rest of them, they're actually pretty good dupes, and I think the price is really good as well. I did some research because obviously not everyone can get to a pharmacy, so I did a bit of research on like where else can you get them from, and of course you can get them from Amazon. I think you can get them from eBay as well. So the 2 things that I'll be commenting on for each fragrance is how similar it is to the original and how long does it last. So let's get started here. So the first fragrance we're going to talk about is called Rouge. It's actually one of my favorites that I picked up. The notes in this includes vanilla, iris and white musk. This is supposed to be a dupe for one of my favorite perfumes ever. It's called Hypnotic Poison by Dior. That perfume is quite expensive, even though I would love to wear it every single day, spray it as much time as I like, but you know, 100ml is over £100, so I'm not going to be doing that if I'm just wearing the perfume to work. So I think that having this is a good alternative for me, so I can just spray it whenever I need to. I got the 15ml for £3.99, but I'm planning to get like the 100ml, which I think should come up to about £24, £22 to £24. It ranges on whichever pharmacy you go to, or if you purchase it on Amazon or whatever. So yeah, in terms of similarities, I would say that this is probably a 8. I would say that it's very similar to Hypnotic Poison. If someone walked past me and they were wearing this and I could smell it, I would not be able to tell you different, that it's not Hypnotic Poison. It's really that good. You know, with Hypnotic Poison, a lot of people don't like it because throughout the day it almost smells like Play-Doh, if that makes sense. It has that kind of Play-Doh smell effect. A lot of people don't like it, but I actually enjoy that scent for some weird reason. With this dupe, you actually still get that Play-Doh effect, which is actually really uncanny with a dupe. But yeah, the undertone is the same. So in terms of longevity, how long the fragrance lasts, I would say that I would probably give it a 7. Yeah, I'll just give it a 7. I don't think it performs that badly and I don't think it performs that well, because I do have to top up like after 5 to 6 hours. I can still smell it, but I just don't have that kind of punch or projection that I desire. So I do have to kind of spray a little bit more throughout the day to just get my desired kind of projection. I just think that the packaging is very hideous. It's literally just a bottle with some liquid in it and a label on it that says Verset Parfums and the name that you bought, Rouge, and some kind of sellotape that's holding it on round, if that's it. Yeah, it's very basic. I feel like they could have done a better job. I know it's a cheap perfume, but I really just feel like they could have done a better job with the kind of packaging. So the next perfume we're going to speak about, it's called Sofia. Yeah, Sofia. I haven't had a chance to really use this much, so yeah, as you can see, the bottle is not too empty, it's still quite full, but I have used it. So the notes for Sofia include blackcurrant, woody notes, and vanilla. So Sofia is supposed to be a dupe for Armani C, which is again one of my staple. I made such a good random choice. I'm just gonna say I made a good random choice when I picked these up from the pharmacy. But yeah, so Sofia is a dupe for Armani C, and Armani C, I can't find a person, I'm sure there's not a person in the world that doesn't like Armani C. I've actually run out. My box is still here, as you can see. Yeah, so I needed to replace it. So now that I found the dupe, I'm not sure if I'm going to be spending that 70, 80 pounds to replace it, because again, the similarities are crazy, absolutely crazy. It smells just like the original, and it's just everything about it, just it's C. It's literally C in a bottle, literally C. So in terms of similarities to C, I'm going to be rating this a 9, because there's no way I could even, if someone wore this, I really couldn't be able to say that this is not C. Like, there's nothing about it that doesn't smell like C. Like, and I've had dupes in the past for C, and this is the closest I've ever smelled. So I would say it's a 9 in terms of similarities. In terms of how long it lasts and longevity, I would probably rate this I'm going to give it a 7.5. It's not like C, because you know C is such a strong perfume. When you walk into the room, like, everyone can smell you. With this, you do have to top it up through the day. That's like the only thing. I've just sprayed it now and I can just smell the goodness. Smell the goodness. But yeah, it's so good. Forgot to show you how it sprays, so hopefully the camera can pick this up. But yeah, I'm joking, no, I shouldn't say that, I'm not a Gen Z.
Bitch. If people want to say the word purr, they can say purr, bitch.
Guys, it smells so good. These are probably the best dupes that I've literally ever found. And again, I got that in the 15ml because I needed to try it before I got a big one, and it was $3.99. Yes. So the next fragrance we'll talk about, it's called Luz Adriana. The notes for this perfume includes blackcurrant, iris, and patchouli. This is supposed to be a dupe for Lancome's La Vie Belle, one of my favourite perfumes ever. This perfume is a head turner. You walk into a room, everyone will actually ask you, what are you wearing, if they're not acquainted with the perfume. If they are acquainted with the perfume, they'll be able to identify that you're wearing La Vie Belle straight away. It's the most long-lasting perfume that you will ever wear. You can literally spray your coat today. 4 days later, you pick up your coat, you will still be able to smell that perfume. It's just so good. With that perfume, a little bit goes a very long way. But yeah, I must say this, out of all the perfumes that I purchased from Verset Parfums, I would say that this is probably the least similar to the original. With La Vie Belle, if you're acquainted with it, you know that it becomes intensely sweet and sweeter throughout the days. The praline and the vanilla in La Vie Belle, it's everything about the perfume. You can smell that throughout the whole day. I feel like with Luz Adriana, I feel like it's just missing that kind of sweetness. It never gets to that peak where it's like, this is so sweet and so like comforting and like so La Vie Belle. It's very similar, but I would say because it lacks so much sweetness, I would say that it's not the most similar dupe that I've like come across. I have tried, what's that thing called? FM Parfums. I have tried the dupe for La Vie Belle in FM Parfums, and they weren't able to actually get it to that sweetness. So I feel like if you love La Vie Belle, just don't get a dupe for it, because it's not going to live up to the expectation. So for that reason, in terms of similarities for this fragrance, Luz Adriana, I would probably have to give it a 5 out of 10, because it's there, but it's just not there. I mean, it's missing that extra vanilla and the praline in the fragrance. In terms of longevity and yeah, how long it lasts basically, I would probably say that this performs a little bit better than the others that I purchased. You know, with La Vie Belle, it lasts long, and I feel like they were trying to do that with the dupe as well. So I would say that this, I'll probably give it an 8 out of 10 for longevity. So that's quite good. If you don't mind missing that sweet element in the perfume, then I would say yes, give the dupe a go. So if you just want like a cheap alternative and you don't mind missing the sweetness that you get with La Vie Belle, which is, to me, is actually the point of getting La Vie Belle, then you can go for it. But for me, I think I'll just stick with the original La Vie Belle because I don't think I'm going to find a dupe that can actually project and give me that kind of sweetness that I desire from that fragrance. So yeah, so the next fragrance we're going to speak about from this brand is called Nessie, I think, or Nessie, I'm not too sure. I know 100% that I am actually butchering the name of these perfumes, sorry, but I think this is how you pronounce it. The notes for this one includes coffee, liqueur and vanilla. This is supposed to be a dupe for Black Opium, which I love. I love Black Opium. I don't own the original Black Opium at the moment, but I do own the Floral Shock one, which I actually do prefer. I feel like I just like this because it's a bit more sweeter and you smell less coffee but more vanilla, if that makes sense. This perfume is actually quite long lasting as well. A very good perfume, really long lasting. Super sweet, the Floral Shock version. Whenever I wear this, I always get tons and tons of compliments, like all the time that I wear it. There's never a day where I wear this and I don't get at least one compliment. But yeah, I would say that this is very similar to, I feel like I'm saying very throughout this this video, but I do feel like these are like the best dupes I've found, like in general. But yeah, I feel like this perfume is very similar to Black Opium, the original. You can smell the coffee so much in this one. What I would say is they need to add a bit more vanilla in it. That's the only thing. They just need to add a bit more vanilla and then it would be absolutely perfect. So in terms of similarities to the original, I would give this maybe about a 7.5. Don't ask what the 0.5 is for, but but I just don't feel like it deserves an 8 yet. I feel like it needs that bit more vanilla and then it can get up there. So I'll give this a 7.5. Yes. I think it smells very similar to the original Black Opium. The notes are very similar. In terms of longevity, I would say that this is quite long lasting as well. I would say that I'd probably give this around a 7.5 as well. A strong 7.5 actually, I would say. But yeah, I think overall it's a very good dupe. I got this for £12. That's it. I got it for £12 for a 50ml, and you know the original Black Opium is quite pricey as well. So I think that if you love Black Opium and you want to wear it just to work casually or just out in general, without giving a care for how much you've actually spent on it, then I would say that give this a go. Like I don't feel like you'll be disappointed. I feel like you'll actually like it. So yeah, give it a go. I really like it. I really think that the 50ml bottles are much nicer than the 15ml. So yeah, it comes with like a nude lid. Yeah, so I think that it looks much better. However, I still don't like the label. I feel like the label is just very basic, isn't it? Like it just seems like they printed it at home. I can't feel the sellotape this time. There's no sellotape around it. Maybe they used a prick stick or something, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like they just need to really improve it. Maybe engrave the name on the bottle or something like that, because I mean the original Black Opium, let me bring my bottle. The Black Opium bottle is so iconic. Like it's just a beautiful bottle. So I feel like even though they're dupes, I feel like they just need to kind of reinvent their packaging a little bit, because some people just buy stuff for packaging just for the aesthetics, so they really just need to improve that. Yeah, so I think overall it's like a really good dupe for Black Opium. Yeah, I wish they would do a version for the Floral Shock though, because it is one of my favorites. Yeah, just a little bit more sweetness to me. I feel like in winter I do prefer sweeter perfumes, don't you? I feel like I used to like really kind of musky perfumes in winter, but I feel like recently I'm really getting into like the sweeter elements of perfume. I'm just finding it a little bit more uplifting, and that's what we need at this moment. But yeah, that makes sense. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed like speaking about these fragrances. I do feel like I'm going to be doing a little bit more perfume videos on my channel, because I actually enjoy talking about perfumes. So yeah, content coming soon will be mostly perfume based. If you do like perfumes, then don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.